Hello and welcome to a new lesson of Conversation 2. Today's lesson, we will learn how to leave some personal information if you are calling someone, how to leave them a message on their voicemail, and what that message should contain, like what kind of information you must include in your message. So if you call someone and they are not there to pick up the phone, what information you can actually um, leave for them. So the title is I'm sorry, her line is busy right now. It says, when you leave a phone message, what information should you always include? Okay, let's dive into the text. All right. So here we have a voice. Voice, it means a voicemail. Okay, it's on the phone. When you call someone and it says, for example, you have reached James' voicemail. You can leave a message, or when you hear the tone, for example. So you can hear that beep sound, and then you can just leave a message like, hey, this is Jason. I've been trying to call you. Please call me back when you hear this, or whatever it is that you leave on their voicemail. So I'm going to start the conversation. Here we have voicemail, and then the woman picks up the phone and she answers the phone. Okay, and the caller is Hong An. All right, so I'm gonna just read the text. It's not very clear, but I will try um, to actually clarify the words as much as possible. You have reached the English Language Institute. For admissions, press or say 1 now. If you know, good morning, admissions office, can I help you? Yes, please. I'm interested in taking a language class. Could you tell me how to apply? Yes, of course. You just need to fill out an application form and send it to us with the registration fee. Great. Could you send me a form, please? My name is Hong An Lee, Hong dash N-A, or I think it's A-N, L-I, and my address is 4211 South Main Street, Chicago, 60614. Okay, we'll send that out to you right away. I'd also like some information about student housing. Sure. You can speak to our student housing coordinator. Hold on a moment, please. I'll see if she's available. I'm sorry. Her line is busy right now. Could I have your number? Yes, of course. My number is 312-364-0107. I'll see she gets back to you very soon. The writing here is just blurry. All right. So let's just see here this pronunciation focus. It says, listen to the stressed syllables in these words. Okay. So here we have words with the first syllable stressed, and here we have some other words with the second syllable stressed, and here we have words with the third syllable stressed. So for the first one, we have institute, institute. So the stress on the first syllable. On the second syllable, we have the word admission. Admission. So the stress was on the second syllable. We have the word application. Application. So we have the stress on the third syllable. So you have to notice how to stress these words, because sometimes the word can be stressed in two ways. So for example, if you stress the word on the first syllable, like the word institute, if you stress the first syllable, it's a noun. So institute is a noun. But if you say institute, institute, if you press the second syllable, it will become a verb. And we have other words, okay? But some other words, they don't change. Like, for example, if I stress the first syllable in the word application, it will not change into a verb, okay? It's just a noun, but you must stress the third syllable here. But for other words, if you stress another place or another part of the word, it will change from a noun to verb, or from a verb to noun, and so on. Like the word conduct, for example, if you say conduct, conduct, it's a noun. If you say conduct, conduct, it will be a verb. Okay. All right. So let's just look at some words. Okay. Let's look at some words and vocabulary. So we have the word institute, institute. So it's basically like a school, okay, like a center, like a language center. Okay, so it's an institute. Okay, it's an educational building. Okay, educational building. They say institute. We also have the word admissions. Admissions. So admissions is when you get, for example, you want to enroll into a certain course. For example, you want to study in any university or institute, or so you send your application to a specific office so they can review your application. They go through your application and they see if they agree or disagree, or whether they accept or refuse your application, you know. So that office is called admissions office. So they just go through your application, okay, and then they decide whether you are gonna get accepted or rejected, right? And then here we have another word, which is registration fee. Okay, registration is just the process of signing up. Okay, so when you sign up for a program and you just get maybe your username and your password or something, so you can actually register into the system or the school system or something. And then here we have the fee. So the fee is actually the money or the tuition that you have to pay to that institute or to that school. Okay, it's called registration fee. So it's the money for your enrollment. Okay, it's the money for your enrollment in that course or into that institute. Okay, let's look at another one. We have the word form. Form is actually like an application. It's a paper, a document that you have to fill in with, or to fill out your information, like your name, your address, your like your phone number, etc. So it's like just personal information. All right. And then we have the word student housing. student housing is the place when students they go and just live in a place that is just specified or assigned for the students who go, for example, to that specific institute or school. So it's basically student accommodations. Okay, it's an accommodation like the room or the apartment that you will stay in during the time that you are actually studying at that institute or school. So it's an accommodation. Then we have coordinator. So coordinator is the person who is responsible to carry out this process. Okay, he's responsible for the student housing. Okay, so he is the person in charge of the student housing. He just carries on the process and he finds you the suitable housing for you and just give you all the details about that. All right, so I believe we have covered all the main words here. So let's just dive in more into the next. So calling for information. When you call a place, in this case, it's an institute, how do you ask for like information, or how do you give information, or how to collect information? So here it says, I'm interested in taking a language course. So for example, you call the university or the institute and you say, I am interested. That means I would like. You can say, I would like to take a language course, a language class at your institution. Or you can say, I'd like to sign up for any of your classes. I'd like to enroll. So we have many other words that you can actually use instead of I am interested in taking. You can say I'd like to enroll, and you can say I'd like to sign up. So they're basically the same meaning as to take, for example, any class or course. All right, and then could you tell me how to apply? Could you tell me how to apply? This means how, what is like what's needed, what's required. So how to apply, that means what are the requirements? Okay, requirements, what's required? What do you need me to do? Okay, so we call these sometimes requirements. You can say, what are the requirements to apply for this course? So every institute or school, they have specific requirements or standards that you have to meet in order for you to get accepted in. All right, and then the person on the other side, they answered, you just need to fill out an application form. Okay, so that's the document. Okay, it's the document, or sometimes you can say just like a paperwork that you have to fill out, okay, and send it to us with the registration fee. That means with the money or with the tuition, okay? Tuition is the money that you have to pay, all right? And then he says, great, could you send me a form, please? Could you just send me the form so I can fill it out and send it? And then the person says, okay, we'll send that out to you right away. Okay, right away. Right away, it means in just maybe few seconds, like in a moment. Okay, like you can say right away. Right away, that means immediately. Okay, I'm just gonna finish my call here. I'm just gonna send it right away. Okay, just like a few seconds, moments, or maybe like immediately I will send it. All right. And then here we have like practice. So here we have some words. Here we have CM, I guess, airlines. Okay, so airlines is just a company with some with airplanes. Okay, so for example, here we have like I don't know, like Libyan Airlines or not. All right, so for example, Libyan Airlines, here we have like CM Airlines. All right, I shouldn't write that. Okay, and then we have apply for a job as a flight attendant. Flight attendant is the person who works on an airplane. Okay, so some people they call them waiter or waitresses because they just serve tea and coffee, but they are flight attendants. Sometimes we call them stewardess, and steward. Okay. And then here we have yoga. Okay, what other words do we have here? Okay, it says here, use these words. So try to practice with someone and use these words right away. That means immediately. Okay, we have no problem. Sure, that's fine. Thanks for your help. Don't mention it. So don't mention it is basically the same as you're welcome. Okay, so when you tell someone you're welcome, someone might say thank you, thanks for your help. You can say don't mention it. Don't mention it. That means you're welcome. You're welcome. Sometimes you can say sure, just the word sure, or you can say anytime. Anytime. It's all the same. Sure. Anytime. You're welcome. Thank you for calling. All right. Let's dive in more. You're asking for additional information. Additional means more or extra. So you can say asking for more information or extra information. All right. So here it says I'd also, that means as well, or on top of all that I have asked. I'd also like some information about student housing, please. So I would like more information, okay, about the student housing, okay? And then it says, sure. You can speak to our student housing coordinator. Hold on. Hold on, it means wait on the phone. Just wait you like a second or a moment so I can just check if the person is available. Available means there, found. Okay, if it is, or if he is or she is in. So I'll see if she is available. That means I'll see if she's there or she's in the office. Right. Here we have another practice. So here you have some words as well, like job requirements. As I mentioned before, requirements are the standards or the specific things that the school or the institute requires you to have in order for you to be accepted. Here we have the human resources manager. So we often call it HR as an abbreviation. The short form, they say HR, the human resources, the person who manages the staff affairs at any place like a company, institute, any kind of workplace. Then we have equipment. Equipment, it can be like tools. Okay, you can see like equipment. So it depends on what kind of equipment. Here we have yoga instructor. So instructor is basically like a tutor, or like it's not it's like a teacher, but it has like more qualification, maybe more experience. So we call it instructor. Okay. So this is just like a synonym um, for instructor, like tutor or teacher. Here we have competition. And here we have, I don't know, competition coordinator, and don't know these words, sales, yes, interest, financial. So here we have financial advisor. Okay, financial, it has to do with finance. Okay, finance, which is um, a branch that has to do with money. Okay, so it's like the financial department. Advisor is a person uh, with qualification in the finance, and it's like a consultant, someone you go to and they advise you of what to do about any certain financial affairs. Here we have leaving a message. Leaving a message. When you want to leave a message to someone on the phone. So we remember the woman said, I'm sorry, the housing coordinator's line is busy. That means the coordinator is there. It's in, or he is in the office. He's in or she's in. The coordinator is in the office, but her phone line is busy. That means she is having another call. Okay, so she has another call. We can say she had another call. Someone else was on the phone. She was talking to someone else, and the line is busy. And then she said, could I have your number? Could I have your number? So maybe after she finishes her phone call, she will call you back. I will give your phone number to the coordinator, and she will call you to see what information you seek or you want. And uh, he said, yes, of course, my number is. He gave his phone number, and then she said, I'll see she gets back to you very soon. I'll see she gets back to you very soon. That means I will I will talk to her and make her call you back very soon. So I'll see she gets back. That means I will see how to manage that she calls you back. Okay, I will manage, or we can say I will see how to manage to get her call you back as soon as possible. ASAP, that means as soon as possible or very soon, okay? So I will make sure that she calls you back very soon or the soonest. Here we have another practice. We have other words. Let's see if there's something else to discuss here. All right, so I think we have reached the end of the lesson. Yeah, that was the end of the lesson. Now, the remaining part is mostly just activities, and you just have to practice. Okay, so basically, today is lesson. This is a unit review. Today's lesson was how to leave information on the voicemail, or how to leave it with someone else. For example, like in this situation, the woman, she was trying to connect him to the coordinator, but the coordinator's line was busy. So she tried to take a message, or to leave a message for the coordinator so she can get back to the caller. Okay, so just remember the important stuff here. We have, like, if you want to start the conversation, you just say like, I am interested in, for example, in taking the course, if you're calling an institute, and then you just carry on with the conversation accordingly. I hope this lesson is useful enough, and I'll see you on another lesson. Thank you for watching.